Hello everyone, and welcome to another reading here at Signs and Wonders Tarot. Been a bit absent. I've been having some trouble uploading on YouTube. It's driven me almost mad, but I'm starting to figure it out. I'm starting to get some help with what's going on behind the scenes. So I'm back on today, and I'm back on because we are hearing of wars and rumors of wars, as was said in Matthew, I think it's 24:6. First of all, the drones in Poland, then the planes in Estonia, testing airspace, NATO resistance. That's what it looks like on the surface anyway. And today, the big cyber attack on the check-in systems, as far as I gather, with airports in Europe, and it's caused some havoc. It's not the first time that airports have been targeted, and a lot of suspicion, fingers pointing in Putin's direction, alleging that there's some kind of cyber warfare already underway. And so we're going to check in. I'm going to do a 9-card reading, past, present, future reading, and I'm going to look at the powers that be on either sides of the equation. So Putin on the left, Russia on the left, the West on the right. The West, I mean EU, NATO, so the United States is in the mix, but really the theatre of war seems to be, if it's going to be, seems to be Europe. When is it ever not? And we're going to just check where we've been, recent past, where we are now, what's going on now between Russia and the West, and where are we heading? Not a cheerful topic, but I think it's one that's dominant in people's minds at the moment. I'm not reading from our point of view, our meaning us mere mortals. I'm reading from the perspective of those in power, those that really know what's going on, are pulling the levers of power. And war might be quite welcome, more welcome than they are letting on, if the level of economic collapse is as serious as many people speculate in various countries in the West. So I got my cynic's hat on for this reading, but I just want to see where we've been, where we are, and where we are heading. Do we need to get seriously concerned at this point? I still don't have the energy I need to. I need to do this. Okay, all right. Taking instructions. Okay, let's see what we've got. Russia on the left, Putin on the left, West on the right. Energy between them, past, present, future. That's the shape of this 9-card reading that I'm going to do. Let's see what we've got. How worried do we need to be right now about what is going on? There we have present energy, and this is the future energy that I'm laying out now. Lots of scooching of cards. And we'll do an underlying energy, 3 of Cups, and it's in reverse. That's a fallout of friends. And there was a feeling quite recently in the Donald Trump camp, the President Trump camp, that things were sorted and it was all going to be fixed. All the conflict ongoing in Ukraine and so on and so on. That's falling out. 3 of Cups in reverse. Not friends anymore. And I think he made a statement. The strange glare on this card down here is just a ring light, if you're wondering what's going on down here. He made a statement, I think, yesterday, that he was disappointed or something like that. Things had taken this rather dark turn. That's what's going on there. That's our underlying energy. It's not a terrifying underlying energy, but it is a sense of, things have soured. Things have soured considerably. And what are we dealing with? This is the heart of the reading. What are we dealing with? Not a huge energy either. Page of Wands in reverse, but it is not communicating well. The Page of Wands is a communication card, as all pages are, but this is about good news, quite literally. The Page of Wands represents that. So in reverse, bad news. There's some level of disharmony in the mix now. It's not tanks rolling. It's not borders being tested. It's not that kind of energy for me as an energy reader. It's more, there's a little bit of spin in there with the Page of Wands in reverse. It's an adventurer. The Page of Wands is someone who is excited by new opportunities and off to see the world, off to test himself really in foreign climes. And the fact that it's in reverse is that testing energy that's going on in the moment, at the moment for me. Testing borders, testing willingness to defend those borders, testing alliances, that kind of thing. A little bit of an adventurous spirit there, but as I say, it's not the big horrible type of card that people might be expecting to see, and certainly energetically that's the feeling. I think a lot of people have been watching this September approach with absolute dread. There's been a lot of dire sort of prophecies and things about September to remember. So far, apart from some unfortunate incidents that Charlie Kirk brings to mind and things like that, so far so good. We're about 2/3 of the way through, but I think we've got a big week coming up, but that's not scary. Let's put it like that. Page of Wands in reverse isn't a scary energy for what we are dealing with as the heart of this reading. Let's go to the past. There we have the Russian energy, Putin energy, we have what's between, and we have the West with the Six of Pentacles in reverse. We have a kind of invader and aggressor energy with the Knight of Swords, and I would say that's the Ukraine business there, showing up quite vividly with that kind of invader energy, attacking, very, very swift, very unexpected. At least in terms of these tarot cards, maybe not geopolitically that unexpected, but there it is. It's charging in, it's swooping in a very strategic way, which is what the Knight of Swords does. Very, very strategic. It's air sign. We're dealing with a Libran mind, and so that's the Russian energy. The West's energy is coming as rather depleted. And it's interesting, it's the Charity card. And the Charity card is in reverse. It's equilibrium there. You can see the scales. It's about balance, about reciprocity, give and take, and being generous and being charitable. And it is in reverse. And that my mind immediately springs to mass immigration and the fact that the West has been kind of distracted with dealing with that. And also there have been refugees and having to be helped out, and that means that resources, and if you can hear strange snoring, that's Tess the dog snoring in the background, resources have been stretched in the West to breaking point. Health systems, housing, those kinds of things, people's patience, people's charity, people's compassion, generosity has been stretched to breaking point as well. It's interesting. It's kind of given me a deflection. We're going to do that, and you're going to be dealing with that over there, with that energy. And in between is a card of optimism and hope and interest in future enterprises and prospects, which is the Three of Wands, but it's in reverse. Maybe feeling that deals have soured, that whatever relationship, and we have as the underlying energy a relationship card, the Three of Cups, that whatever kinds of relationships, trade deals, things like that were between the two countries or the two blocks, is that a better word, they've soured. And again, with that Three of Wands in reverse, I'm getting the small ships energy, because the Three of Wands, the ships come and go, and there they are. And there's the kind of waiting, and there's almost like a promise in those ships that are being sent out. But because this card is in the reverse, maybe a rather sinister promise. In my mind to read about that mass immigration, and I will, but it's showing up here now in this reading as energy that's between these two groupings, shall we say. It's better than blocks. Two groupings is this sense of disappointment, lowering expectations, but also just a hint of something more sinister in there. The Three of Wands is very long-sighted, is far-sighted, better word, far-sighted. And so someone's vision, Knight of Swords, the strategist, someone's vision is seeing very far, while there's this preoccupation here with the Six of Pentacles. It's very interesting energy over there. So now we're getting this little adventurer here who's testing things, trying things. What's going on? Russia here and the West here. And this is an interesting energy because it's not threatening. The Knight of Cups is, I come in peace. And again, I look at this underlying energy of the friendship that is no more, that is spoiled, is that thought people believed, some people anyway, not everyone, believed that, oh, it's okay, it's sorted out, it's fixed. Trust me, the Knight of Cups has a feeling of don't believe it kind of energy. I always feel with cups that there is some degree of manipulation, especially something like the Knight of Cups has this too good to be true kind of energy about it. Just there. We've got two knights showing up there. Knights obviously are action. Knights are busy energy. Knights are rushing around. Knights are swooping in. Knights are seducing, wooing. It's great. Everything's great. But of course, in between is that little adventure thing that's going on. Don't trust that. Much bigger problems here on the west side of the equation with the Hierophant in reverse, because this is the immigration reading that's shown up in this wars and rumors of wars reading. I'm sorry to say, but it has shown up. Not surprising, but it has literally shown up because this is the Emperor, the Hierophant. Sorry, that was a Freudian slip. The Hierophant is, of course, church and state, which is being undermined by this mass immigration. Don't want to get controversial about it, but it's vividly being undermined and people are responding to it, and hence mass marches, protests and things like that. People feeling very uncomfortable with their identity and their culture, whether they actively practice their religious beliefs or whether they just identify as that certain religion. It is being eroded, undermined, targeted. Leaders, heads of things, because I work in the royal sphere in my other channel, it's telling me that people like the king, people don't trust them. A lot of people are complaining about leadership. And is the leadership actually selling their own countries down the river, their own people down the river? A Hierophant is someone you want to trust, someone who is of integrity, someone who's on a higher path. And it's in reverse. They're breaking rules, they're disappointing, they are possibly unethical. Institutions are crumbling. The feeling in the West is that Western culture and civilization is under attack and is collapsing, and the representatives, the higher authorities, church and state, are failing. And it's startling to look. I mean, I come from a country where I'm quite used to this over a long period, almost my entire lifetime. It's startling to look at the West and see how far countries that were bastions of human rights and civilization and art and culture and everything valuable has been eroded. That's my take anyway on this. It's very, very interesting. And this energy is coming a wooing that Knight of Cups. Who is that energy wooing? Little adventurers. Lots of little adventurers in that Page of Wands. Interesting. Where are we heading? I'd say near future. It's not yet. It's not yet. We're looking at wars and rumors of wars. But between is tremendous anxiety, worry, uncertainty, and it's going to fester. The situation is going to fester. It doesn't look like it's going to erupt into something more serious just yet. I'm reading very short term here. I didn't put an actual time frame on it, but I would say a year is as far out as I would go. So this anxiety, this unease is going to carry on. It's not going to go away. This is the White House for me. This is coming through quite strongly, as if not the White House, it just vividly is the White House, of course, but it can be others. We've talked about leadership with the Hierophant in reverse. It can be, of course, any degree of leadership in the West that looks like it's consolidating. It looks like it's firming up, getting its house in order, which is reassuring after this shambles here in the past and the present, that there it looks like there might be new and more capable leadership coming in with that Four of Wands. Fours are settling energy, are stabilizing energy, and so something might get shored up, stabilized. People might be more comfortable with their leadership and have more faith in them, even cause to celebrate for some reason, whoever is coming in and representing after this level of disappointment and even betrayal. It's a very strong energy in that Hierophant in reverse of people are feeling. But the worry goes on. Over here, the Ace of Swords, this is Russia's energy. Some kind of declaration of intent, some kind of even king-making, which is interesting, as that crown is held aloft. So there might be some influence in leadership in certain places that is, I wouldn't say hidden, with that king-making energy and that Ace of Swords, but it's some kind of declaration of intent. This is what we want. This is who we are. It's very, very forceful. It's very clear. If it was in reverse, I would be more worried about that energy. But it's not there yet. It's not there yet. This is the worrying card, this Nine of Swords. That the common man is showing up here. Us. In here. Of who do we trust? Do we trust that? Do we trust that? What do we think? And this is our test. This is, if there's a lesson in here or a message for us, and I didn't ask directly, that is the going to be bombarded with ideas and narratives and theories and speculation, like, does the West actually want a war? Are those borders really being tested? What's really going on? Here we are in that Nine of Swords energy. This is my truth over here. You've got your leadership. It's great. We're going to look after you. We're going to stabilize everything. Trust us over here. What to think, what to believe, what to do, where to go. All those kinds of questions are going to be very prominent in people's minds for, I would say, the next year. So short summary, not yet, not now, not yet, but tremendous worry about who to trust and what's really going on in the near term. That's the reading. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.